Have you ever looked into the mirror on a quiet morning? Not to fix your hair, not to admire your face, but to ask yourself silently, do people still find me attractive? Not out of vanity, but because a part of you wonders, has time taken away the thing that once made you magnetic? When we were younger, a glance could turn heads, but now, attraction runs deeper. It's not in your smile anymore, it's in your presence, your calm, your stories, the way others feel around you. You don't need abs, you don't need thick hair or smooth skin, because real attraction, mature, lasting attraction, isn't erased by age, it's forged by it. Today, I want to share with you 9 signs that reveal you're not just still attractive. You might be more attractive now than ever. 1. People come to you for advice, not because you talk more, but because you listen better. You're not the loudest in the room. You don't try to give answers. And yet, people still come to you. A young man asks about career decisions. A woman shares a personal struggle. A friend opens up just because you're there. That's not a coincidence. It's not about what you say. It's about the steady presence you offer. You bring calm, experience, substance. That quiet strength, that ability to simply hold space, that's deeply, irresistibly attractive. 2. You don't chase fashion, but still stand out with style. You don't dress to impress, you dress to feel like yourself. A perfectly worn blazer, a time-worn leather watch, a subtle cologne you've worn for years, and people notice. They say, you've got style, or you always look so put together. That's not just about clothes, it's about identity. And a man who knows who he is and dresses like it always stands out. 3. Women hold eye contact longer than expected. Have you ever caught a woman glancing at you and she doesn't look away immediately? That extra second, that subtle pause, that isn't just politeness. That's curiosity, admiration, sometimes desire. Women may not always say how they feel, but their eyes, they say plenty. 4. When you enter a room, the energy subtly shifts. You don't have to speak. You don't try to steal the spotlight, but somehow people notice. The room softens, conversations pause, someone shifts to make space for you. It's not about dominance, it's about gravity. Your presence has weight. And yes, women absolutely notice it. 5. People feel safe around you, emotionally and energetically. Not every man can make others feel safe just by existing, but you do. You don't say, trust me, you don't overpromise. You simply show up fully, and people naturally open up. That emotional safety is one of the most underrated forms of attraction, especially to women. 6. You don't compete, you don't perform, you're just you. You don't rush to prove yourself, you're not seeking attention. You've grown out of that phase, you're just living calmly, confidently. And that kind of self-possession, it's magnetic. Men who don't need to chase validation are the ones who often get it the most. 7. People are surprised by your energy and physical vitality. You're no longer 25, but your back is straight, your walk is steady, your handshake is strong, and people say things like, you've got great posture, you move like someone younger, you have this great energy. They're not just being polite, they're sensing something rare. A man who has chosen to stay active, present, and vibrant. Attractiveness isn't about having a six-pack, it's about the way you move through the world, with strength and intention. Your humor brings joy, even when the jokes are simple. You tell an old story, or make a classic dad joke, and she laughs. Not because it's brilliant, but because you said it. She leans in, touches your arm, smiles without needing to explain why. Humor is connection, and when a woman laughs with you, she's already letting you in. You leave a lasting impression long after you've left. You don't have to be the life of the party, but somehow people remember you. They replay what you said, recall the way you smiled, the quiet way you made them feel something. You don't leave echoes, you leave impact. And that is rare and deeply attractive. Did you recognize yourself in any of these signs? Because maybe, just maybe, you've been underestimating your own appeal. Not because it's gone, but because it's changed. Attractiveness doesn't fade with age, it evolves into depth, presence, power, into the kind of man that people trust, the kind of man women are drawn to, not because of how you look, but because of how you make them feel. If you saw yourself in this video, tell me in the comments which of these signs resonated with you most. And if this gave you a new perspective, like subscribe and share with a man who might need to hear this today. Because attraction isn't something you lose, it's something you grow into.